Well, the tide is starting to turn in college athletics as the U.S. Supreme Court ruled today that the NCAA cannot stop colleges and universities from giving education-related benefits to attract student athletes. The decision, an important step in challenging the NCAA's efforts to continue to prevent outright payment to student athletes. This case, ruled on today, does not decide the contentious issue of whether college athletes can be paid salaries, but those fighting for that change hope that today's ruling could pave the way to those athletes benefiting from all that cash college sports programs can bring in. The High Court unanimously found that the NCAA violated antitrust laws when it limited what students could receive for things like musical instruments, postgraduate scholarships, and things like paid internships. The sports governing body argued it doesn't want to blur the line with professional sports and that fans appreciate the amateur unpaid nature of college competition. But the court dismissed that idea, with Justice Brett Kavanaugh writing, quote, the NCAA's business model would be flatly illegal in almost any other industry in America. Here locally, North Dakota Director of Athletics Bill Chaves released a statement this morning saying they have begun the work to understand how this will affect their athletes across their 3 conferences that they participate in. Meanwhile, NDSU said they are waiting to comment until the NCAA releases legislation. Now, today's ruling adds extra pressure on the NCAA as it considers whether student athletes can be compensated for the use of their names and images, opening the door for potentially lucrative endorsements at the college level. More than a dozen states have already passed laws allowing compensation for student athletes' names and images, and several of those laws take effect next month. Congress is considering a bill to establish a nationwide standard on that front. And guys, the student athletes that I spoke to today, all trying to kind of wrap their heads around this information, basically said it's about time and a step in the right direction.
Okay, thanks, Beth.